Gorilla stomping in a zoo.
Hello, this is Mr. Crazy again. I'm just gonna talk about blood donation to Red Cross because I do it every so often just because it's probably the right thing to do, and just to give blood away and goes to needy people that need it. But today was different. It happened. This is the second time it's happened, and I'm nervous when it comes to it because of the first time it happened. And it's the reason I'm afraid of needles now. I have to look away when they put the needle in. Or when they do blood tests on me when I go and make sure my medication is good and all that for hyperactive thyroid. And I should have said my right arm because they've never had problems with it. They've only used my left arm twice, and both times it's been problems now. This time was the problem. First time, they put someone, it was a single blood one. They put someone new on. It's like my second or third time giving blood. And I'm still not quite used to it by then. And they didn't have double machines because my second time was a double. My third time was single again because they didn't have double machines there, and they put someone new doing blood to try and get it. And my left vein is hard to find and it moves around wherever. They keep telling me that. So they got someone help. They marked the vein, and then she missed my vein like 8 or 9 times before getting the vein. And by that time, you can feel it every time they miss it, or you can feel it because it stings every time they pull it out and put it back in. And that's the reason why I have I'm afraid of needles, and I'm also nervous every time I see a needle. That is the reason, and I thought it would never happen again. This time I was given doubles, and they could only take a single amount because they couldn't find my left vein. I should have said right arm because right arm I've never had a mistake with yet. I should have said right arm. They took left arm because I said either arm. And luck of the draw, second time with my left arm, second or third time, because last time they used my left arm they had, I only did 2 times with left arm. It's always been my right arm. And I should have said right arm. This time, I'm nervous like usual, and I'm full of energy because I have energy to use for videos and sometimes a little more extra. So I'm jittery, nervous, and just energy. So I'm sitting there waiting. For about a minute and a half to 2 minutes, she's trying to find my vein. And then someone came over and helped her find the vein. They needed my arm in a certain position to find it. And then they marked it. And then the lady who was trying to find it in the first place tried to find it again. Found it to put the needle in. 2 minutes passed by because it's busy, very busy tonight. And she finally came over and said, sorry for the wait. I'm like, it's fine. You guys are busy. It's near the holiday season. I have nowhere to be. It's fine. Take your time. Because I really don't want that first thing to happen over again. But I didn't think it would happen. Then she said something that worried me, which was, wow, these machines are really great. I think I should stay over here because it's a lot better than doing single bloods, which means she has never used the machines before. And that worried me. And her not finding my vein. Like, it took a minute and a half to 2 minutes to find the vein. When she put the needle in, she missed my vein. And then she missed again and missed again and missed again. It was like 4 or 5 misses before hitting the vein. So I'm a little jittery now. I'm a little pissed because I didn't think it would happen again. Everything else was fine. And I'm just sharing this because there are bad experiences with giving blood, and that's the only reason I look at it and I'll be like, should I give blood or should I just stick those fears aside and give blood? It's a good thing to do. I always stick it aside. Next time is going to be a little harder because of this last time. I'll probably give in February or March when my time comes up because it was only single instead of double, where it would have been April 10th or later. So I was giving blood and everything's fine, pumping, they're getting it, and it goes to the second phase. If you've never been on a machine, you have to just squeeze every couple seconds to keep the blood flowing, help the machine, and then it releases your arm and they start pumping the saline or whatever they're only taking out the red blood cells and they're putting everything back in. So they start trying to put it in, and all I could feel is stinging. The lady comes over and says, something's wrong, this is not supposed to be doing this. And by that time it's stinging and I know something's wrong because I'm usually feeling cold by that time, because you feel super cold when it comes back in the first time. And all I was feeling is stinging in my left arm. And this happened like 30 minutes ago, so I can take off the red tape. Red tape is only for the first 30 minutes, so I can take that off now. 30 minutes to an hour, and it's been way more than an hour. So it's stinging, and she doesn't ask a question. I'm like, maybe there's just been misjudgment. The machine is putting it back faster than normal. I'm not thinking anything of it. Then she took off the tape and moved it, and then tried to readjust it and still couldn't find my vein. And she said, is it burning or are you feeling cold? If you're feeling cold, then we're good to go, you can continue. I said, no, it's burning. And another minute or two passes, and I'm still feeling burning. I'm only feeling burning, no cold. And then I said, okay, it's burning really bad now. It's not feeling cold. I know cold is the right thing because I've done this before at least 4 or 5 times in the past or more. And I know what it's supposed to feel like. So she said, okay, we're just going to take it out. It takes a minute for her to take out the thing, so I could put pressure on. And I'm pissed because going in double and then doing all that and then them missing your vein so many times, and then the saline or whatever they put back in is not going into your bloodstream because they nicked the bloodstream and it's not correctly in there. The bruising is going to be probably bad when it comes in later on tonight. There's no bruising yet because it takes like 2-3 hours before bruising. But it pissed me off. But I was already pissed off before this because I was looking up Grand Theft Auto 5 glitches for money to see if I could do a video for you guys and see if there's an easy one to do single player. And I found one that it could help people. It's like a tutorial. And I was going to do that video, but I get pissed off when people do 4 minutes of intro, or like 20% of the video is them introing and saying sub to my channel and if you like the video and give it a like. If you want to enter this competition, you have to like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment every day to get entered in this competition, like every video, comment on every video. It pisses me off because I think it should be at the end. It should be at the end. So if you have people making it to the end, that's when you do it, because if people are watching your content through the end, then they will stay around. Doing it at the beginning feels like a waste, and it pisses me off when people do it. That pisses me off more than playing rage games. And I was doing it before going there, so I was a little pissed already and a little nervous and some energy. After that happened, them missing my blood and they take it out, I was pissed a lot, because there's a middle moment where you're on the table laying down, and they're sucking the blood out through the machine, and or if you're doing a single, they're doing it just by manual, and they ask you if you want water, apple juice, or cranberry juice. And I don't know what she was thinking. I say water every single time because apple juice and cranberry juice are in cans, and once you open them, they're open. You can't close them. So I do water every time because I can open it and close it with one hand. I've gotten really good at that. She came over, opened the bottle, gave me the full bottle, took the cap, threw it in the garbage. And I was in my head, what the fuck are you doing? I'm not gonna drink this whole bottle right now. Why did you throw the cap in the garbage? Didn't say anything, went with it, and then the stuff started happening where they couldn't put the stuff back in, and they said, sorry, we can only take out one because you had these problems, and there'll probably be bruising later on in the night. And I was pissed. This is one of the reasons. This is the second time it happened. Second time in the last 3 years since I've been given blood. 4 years. Second time it's happened. This is the only reason I look back and I say, maybe I won't give blood this time. That's why whenever my date comes up and it says, oh, you can now give blood, I have to look back at this moment and see if I'm willing to get past that moment and just look towards the future and hope it doesn't happen again. I'll say right now, if that happens one more time, I think I'm through giving blood. I would give blood only if it's a grand emergency. There have a blood loss or there's like mass shooting or whatever. If it's really bad and they need blood, then I would give blood after that point. But if this happens a third time, I'm done giving blood, because you don't know the nervousness and fear when you see a needle until they missed it the first 8 or 9 times. The first time that happens, that's when you start feeling needles. At least I did. And that fear pops in your head every single time you see a needle from that point on. And it's the one fear that I don't think I will be able to break, because things like this happen over and over again. It's happened twice now, and it pisses me off. I should have said the right arm. It's my problem. I know I should have said the right arm, but I thought maybe left arm for once, because they took the left arm automatically. Said, okay, there's fine. So I was pissed, and I got out, and since you give blood, the cold is more affected to you. You feel a whole lot colder, and it's ice raining outside, and I'm feeling really cold going back to the car. Got in the car, started driving, and to turn around I have to go up to Big Lots or whatever and turn around, because I'm parked on one side of the street, not facing home. So I was like, I could go Big Lots, buy coconut water, buy something to calm me down for the rest of the night so I can do these videos I have planned for the rest of the week. Do a couple pre-ones, like one GTA 5 video or some other ones. I'm just making sure I'm recording instead of streaming. So I started driving, and I'm jittering like crazy because now I'm full of energy. My nervousness has not gone away. Some fear is still in me. And then I'm just full of rage. Like I want to punch something so badly. And that's the rage I only feel when if I play Team SWAT, you will see that rage. You will see that rage come out after 5 or 6 matches when I get crappy people as teammates, or I get against people that are really, really good and I can't do anything to them. My reaction time isn't fast enough for me to kill them. That's the only time you'll see it. Or if I'm playing a rage game, getting over it doesn't piss me off. Like Super Meat Boy pisses me off. I got every achievement in that game, but it still pisses me off when I play that game. But then I got home, I just complained about it. Because this is the one reason, this is the only one reason, or 2 reasons now, why I look at giving blood and I'm like, maybe I won't do it this time. Maybe I just won't do it this time. It doesn't seem serious. They don't need blood. Maybe I just won't do it ever again. This is the reason why. And I'm uploading this to YouTube. I'm going to call it something like giving blood, the good and the bad. The good is you're helping out people, and sometimes it goes flawlessly. You have no problem. First time you give singles or doubles, you will feel wiped, and it takes a while for you to recharge and you can go out and do stuff. After the second or third time, you kind of feel fine and you can get up and leave automatically. I can, at least. But that's the only reason I don't like giving blood. It's just because fear of needles and that happening. It's happened twice now. Before it only happened once, so it's on the back of my mind every time I give blood. Now it's gonna be even up. It's gonna be even farther in my mind, up forward in consciousness whenever I give blood now, because it's happened twice. The lady's never used machines before. The first time she was brand new at giving blood. All that, and I get it. She was kind. She's very kind, and the lady supervising was very kind too. I get it. It pisses me off when that happens because it's happened twice now, and it's the only reason I keep on going back to this. The only reason I fear giving blood every time, or I need blood tests for my hyperactive thyroid. I fear the needle because I can see it. The pinch of it fears me more than anything because I don't know when it's coming, because I can't look at it. I look at it, I can't do it. And whatever. The only problem with the bruising, and this is the one fact that pisses me off even more, is if you get bruising, I have the manual here. Bruising, and this last time it happened, I was fine. It can change from red to green to yellow from bruising. And the recommended thing is to put ice on it 10 to 15 on and off for 10 to 15 minutes for over time for over several hours. And it just takes time. Second day, immediate hot, you have to put on the bruise. 10 to 15 minutes on and off over several hours. And that just pisses me off because it takes some time. But if this is the one time where I still feel pain, or my fingers go numb, or anything gets worse, then I will have to see additional care and go to a hospital. I'm hoping that doesn't happen and we have no problems here. But this is, if you guys want to look at this, I would say give blood. After the first time it happens, like they miss the vein, you might be fine with it. You might be fine with it every time they do it. I am not. It's all in my head for me, and getting past that every time is hard. It's like, let me try explaining this in a game content. It's like if you ever did a raid in Destiny. I'll use this as an example. You ever did a raid and you got a very, very, very bad team. Like, they kept dying, you're the only one living, you're the only one that knows it, so you have to explain it to the team, and they just keep dying at the same part over and over. You never learn anything because you can't get through it with the team. It makes it so when you go look for a random group again, you don't want to do the raid anymore after that group. Or, I'll give another example for Minecraft. Like, I do PlayStations with viewers. I used to do it all the time, and I don't do it often anymore because there's a couple people that ruin it, and there's trolls that banned permanently from my account. They can't even talk in chat anymore because they came in. We would be building something, or even in Terraria, we would be building something. I would go away from the base for about 5 minutes. I come back and everything's wrecked. They destroyed everything. They burnt down the house, or they blown up the house with something. And that's the reason why I don't do multiplayer with people anymore. It's just that fear of people coming in and ruining everything you've made. It's kind of that feeling. I'll say right now, sorry for this being long. It's just, I want to explain it. Hopefully you guys don't have an incident like this, or 2 incidences like I have. Otherwise, you guys should be seeing a Grand Theft Auto video showing off a new thing in the game soon. It'd be either today or tomorrow. This will be going up the same day as the 6th day of Christmas. I will be editing this as soon as I'm done talking, and then that will go up. And I don't know about thumbnail. I don't know what I want this time, but this has been the goods and the bads for giving blood. Mostly the bads affect me the most. The goods are up there and they're great, but the goods contradict the bad. If the bad is too much, the goods don't even matter to me anymore. And I'm just explaining it to you guys. I say every so often I do give blood and I love donating, but the times like this, the last 2 times that this has happened, this time and the time, I think a year and a half to 2 years ago. No, like 3 years ago now. 3 years ago it happened. Maybe a little longer than that. It happened. But after you have one of those, it's hard giving blood because you don't want that happening. And once you get it to happen again, it's really hard now. It's really hard for me to think of going in and giving blood anymore. It's just like, it stings. It stings every time. I have a fear of needles now. It's just hard. And I don't know how to sign this off. I really don't know how to sign this off. I'm repeating myself because I don't like writing scripts. I like just going all natural. But otherwise, if you like the video, if you're ever going to subscribe to the channel, I recommend subscribing. At the end here, I'm going to post it's going to be my channel subscribe button. There's going to be a video to the last uploaded video, the last video I uploaded before this, which will be the 6th day of Christmas, and there'll be an extra channel. The extra channel is my friend's anime channel. She's a cosplayer. She has more subscribers than me. She's like 350 to 400. She does makeup tutorials and other tutorials and shows. She started showing off her anime collection and all that. She's an awesome person if you want to go over and follow her and see what awesomeness she has. And then I think she has her Facebook linked in there where her entire Facebook is only cosplay and talking to friends and family. And she's a great person to go over and watch. I'm just putting that in there. I'm trying to put friends' channels in the end of the video because it's Christmas. It's Christmas, the time of holidays right now, and I would love just to help them out too in any way possible. Otherwise, that's been the video. If you like the video, give it a like. Haven't subscribed to the channel, I recommend subscribing to keep up with the content. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. But otherwise, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good night. Wherever you are, just have a good day. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace.